Hello, my friend. It's the Crypto Lunatic, the channel for crypto newbies. And today I bring you Beam. Now, is it a beam of light? A beam of hope? Is it a beam taking you to a treasure chest at the end of the rainbow? Or is it a beam of confusion that is going to take your money and run with it all the way to the bottom of the market? So today we shall explore this little mystery tour and I will take you on a journey. But before we go on this journey, this is not investment advice. I am not invested in Beam, and I am completely neutral as to where this is going, which will be unlike most videos that you'll see on Beam. Because one thing that I can tell you is that when this was up in the market, it was being promoted by a lot of influencers who I'm sure Beam were giving a decent amount of money to promote it. So today's video is about timing of the market. It's not necessarily so much about the project, although the project will come into it. It's about getting in when no one else is talking about it, when the price is suppressed. Because you can guarantee that if this upturns again, everybody's going to be jumping on the wave. So join me on a little journey. So first and foremost, most influencers, especially when they're being promoted by Beam, you can be sure at this stage here, at these stages in the market, just here, probably here, and almost definitely here is when big influencers start talking about it. And by the time you normally see these projects, the market's round about here and here. Now, I don't want you to take my word for that. I want you to look up Beam. I want you to go back to all the videos that you can find on the internet, and I want you to look at the price that they're displaying when they're talking about them. So there you go. There's a little bit of research for you if you want to go beyond this video. The reason I'm talking about it is because the price is here now. And everyone that was pumping it and shelling it here, it's crickets, my friend, crickets from that crowd. Because Beam has retraced to a point in the market that I believe is a very interesting risk reward. So what is Beam? Well, Beam overlaps privacy and gaming. And it also does a few other things, as we'll discover on this. But this is a very interesting proposition because it's an established crypto. You can see here the market cap is 382 million, which is none too shabby. It means it's established. We're way out of the degen zone here. It's got 72,000 holders. That's a good thing too. It means that there's a lot of people sitting with a vested interest in Beam working. And not only that, we see that the circulating supply here is almost 50 billion with a total supply of 62 billion, which is good tokenomics. It's not brilliant, but it's very good tokenomics. So we like that. It's a positive start for Beam. So you can see what the chart's done. We also see that it's listed on Binance, which is a good thing. And it's a lot of the major exchanges as well. So it's got good exposure to the market. We look down a little bit. Now, we always look at vesting schedules. Now, this is really significant because the early stage investors that got in will have been suppressing the price. Now, I want you to go back here and I want you to look at this time and I want to see why has this gone from here to here? Why is the price so suppressed? And here's where I want you to start piecing things together. This is the vesting schedule. And this steep curve here is the token unlocks. And each time there's an unlock, you've got investors dumping on the market and suppressing the price. So now we've reached a point in the vesting schedule where 81% of the tokens are unlocked, almost 82%. So the upcoming unlocks, here we see them, look, to the end of the year, there's hardly any more. There's hardly any more going to be released for the rest of this year. So that really restricts the potential for price dumpage from this point in the market. And this is significant. As I say, it's all about timing. So let's go to the website. Let's look at this. So Beam is for founders. It's for gamers. Look, it's a lot of people by the look of it. And traders. Look, Beam's for everyone. Founders, developers as well. Look, they're very inclusive in who it's for. It's for everyone by the look of it. So with everything from games, AI to consumer apps to compute, Beam is a chain that has great projects called home. So it obviously overlaps quite a few things. It's not just a gaming project. So, and here we go. Look, Beam Ventures, Beam Gaming, Beam AI, Beam Finance, Beam Trading. So this is overset and real world assets as well. So it's over crossovering lots of different sectors. It has its finger in many different pies. Now, here's something interesting. Look, they are sitting on $186 million in their war chests that they can invest in different projects. That's a very healthy amount of reserve to have there, which tells me that it's in very good financial shape right now. Now, they're saying join 250 holders betting on the future with Beam. So now this number here, 250K holders, well, that sort of contradicts the numbers here. So exactly what holders they're talking about, well, there's a clear disparity there. But even at 72,000, that's none too shabby. So here's another thing. If you've got Beam tokens, there's a staking site here that you can earn more Beam by staking it in the ecosystem. So you've also got the opportunity to earn through staking with Beam. So this looks like a very healthy ecosystem. 1.5 million gamers on Beam. So it says view the ecosystem. Let's view the ecosystem. Why not? Let's see what it says. So 1.5 million transactions, 250 plus collaborations, 1 million plus in social media reach, and 2 billion in staked Beam. So there you go. I mean, that's very healthy. And these look like interesting games that they're involved in as well. I mean, without digging into them, I couldn't really say, but they're obviously invested in a lot of different games, a lot of different games. So you can shape the future with Beam. That's the website. Next thing we go. We are going to look at the Explorer, the Etherscan, and see what the token distribution is like. Now here we see a very high concentration in the top 4 or 5, in fact, the top 6 wallets, high concentration. Now, one of them is the Binance wallet, so we'd expect that, and I would assume that these are either the foundation or the exchanges. But this is generally not great tokenomics to have so many tokens in so few wallets. But it's not terrible either. I mean, because some of the worst ones have got like 80+% in the top 10 wallets. So, okay, I mean, that's I'm sort of shrugging my shoulders as to whether that's good or bad. So we've seen the ecosystem there. Now we're going to go and look into DeepSeek. So here's what we've done with DeepSeek. So we've asked it to give the key takeaways on Beam's competitive position. And what it said is it's best for investors who want low cap, high potential privacy coin with gaming or DeFi use cases. It's worse than Monero for pure privacy, Immutable X for mainstream gaming, and Aleo for ZK Tech. So these are 3 different sectors: ZK Tech, mainstream gaming, and pure privacy. So there's bigger players in each of these individual sectors, but this is the only coin that overlaps all 3 of those. So its potential if crypto gaming grows and players demand privacy, regulators attack Monero or Zcash, pushing users to Beam, or BeamX DeFi gains traction versus dead projects like Aztec. Risks if privacy coins get banned, gaming narrative fades, or a Leo or Inco launch with better tech. So the final verdict, a small bet, 3 to 5% of the portfolio. Yes, if you believe in privacy and gaming. These are the 2 sectors, the main 2 sectors it overlaps. Avoid if you prefer blue chip crypto. So this is for sort of mid-tier risk, mid to high tier risk, I would say. And what they're saying, the price targets for 2025 are between 10 and 20 cents. Now, if it gets anywhere close to that, it's happy days for everyone. So just for a bit of alternative, I went to ChatGPT as well. Now, it talks about much the same thing, but here's their conclusion. Beam presents a unique proposition for combining privacy-focused features with scalability and integration into the gaming ecosystem. While it faces challenges such as limited adoption and regulatory scrutiny, its strong community support and development engagement provide the foundation for potential growth. Investors interested in privacy coins and real-world utility in gaming may find Beam a compelling option, though it's essential to consider the associated risks and conduct through research. So there you go, my friends. That's just a very brief overview. There's plenty of videos of people going deeper diving on Beam at a much higher price, I may point out. And that's really what I want you to focus on. It's all about the timing. It's when people are talking about this. And I'm only talking about it now because of its current price action. I think it's a very good risk reward point to get in at the market. Obviously, if you believe in crypto gaming, which I do believe that that narrative will have its day, and it hasn't yet. Not this year, not at the end of last year. Now, with crypto, usually every bubble bursts at some point, or it pops, it pops. Crypto gaming never popped in the December cycle. It didn't pop. And I just believe that it will at some point. And when it does, I think Beam is very well positioned to go up. I think you very comfortably look at a 5x return, possibly 10x or even more. This has potential, definitely, but I'm not here to hype it all up. I'm just here to say that risk reward entry point right now looks good for Beam. And if you want more updates from me, I'm the Crypto Lunatic. Do subscribe to the channel. And if you want another little video from me, you will find it just there.